हम लोग बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट मुद्दे पे बात करने वाले हैं और हमारा जो मुद्दा है वो पिछले 1 साल से भी पुराना है और वो है कश्मीर। एक्चुअली ये पिछले 1 साल पुराना इसलिए है क्योंकि लास्ट ईयर 370 और 35A रिवोक्ड हुआ था इंडियन गवर्नमेंट के द्वारा और उस बात को 1 साल हो चुका है और उस मुद्दे पे बात करने के लिए आज हमारे साथ फैज़ान मीर को मैंने इनवाइट किया है जो कि आ चुके हैं। वो अपना परिचय खुद हमें देंगे। हाय
Uh,
फैज़ान।
Hi Ruchi, can you hear me?
यस
Yeah.
वी कैन हियर
Okay.
यू।
Yeah. Okay, so first of all, it's really nice talking to you after such a long time. I remember last time जब हमारी बात हुई थी, it was when was it again? A month ago. But yeah, anyway.
कैसे हो आप?
So, Alhamdulillah, I'm doing good. I'm really glad that I'm here in Germany, which has like controlled coronavirus really well. So हाँ, जी
आप अपने बारे में हमें थोड़ा सा बताइए।
जी तो let me just adjust my camera. Yeah. So I come from Srinagar, Kashmir. जैसा कि आपने ऑलरेडी मतलब बता ही दिया सबको कि मैंने अपनी ग्रेजुएशन NIT श्रीनगर से करी थी and thereafter I spent quite a few years in Delhi. I was working in Delhi in Gurgaon and उसके बाद I came to Germany to study to do my masters and अभी मैं masters कर रहा हूँ यहाँ से. So yeah, that's a bit about me and yeah, that's it basically.
अच्छा, एक चीज मैं बोलना चाहूंगी। ड्यू टू सम ग्लिच
हम्म
इंस्टाग्राम एक्चुअली क्या करता है कि मेरी वीडियोस को हमेशा बीच में शट डाउन कर देता है। सो इफ
हम्म
इट हैपेंस अगेन इन दिस टाइम, सो प्लीज डू स्टे ट्यून्ड विथ अस। मैं वापस से को कनेक्ट करूंगी एंड प्लीज मीर आप वापस आ जाना अगर ऐसा होता है
Absolutely,
तो। इट
absolutely.
हैपेंस विद दिस Instagram, please. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So, Mir, I'm so sorry, like this thing happened. So, how everything is going there in Germany
In
right now?
Kashmir, in
Right
Germany
now
right
in
now.
Germany, yeah.
Germany, as far as coronavirus is concerned, यहाँ partial lockdown था. There was never like a full lockdown in place where you had police on the streets and people getting, like lathi charge or anything like we have been seeing in India. They basically just followed the social distancing norms और यहाँ पे like they really never felt the need to impose a very strict lockdown because Germany ke log Germans are very disciplined people and I think everyone knows about that for a fact. So they're really disciplined and they are not really social and the population density is low. Like unlike India, आप सड़क पे जाएंगे तो आपको like within a few feet आपको 100 लोग मिल जाएंगे. So यहाँ पे they control the situation really well and things are pretty back to normal and the economy is slowly recovering.
Let's
So yeah.
come to the point now. I want to know about this Kashmir from a Kashmiri point of view. What is going on now?
Okay. So as of now, I know as much about Kashmir as anyone in India right now does because of course because of the restrictions in place. I mean, अभी पूरे इंडिया में लॉकडाउन चल रहा है, but when we talk about Kashmir, the restrictions I'm talking about is restrictions on media, on the kind of information that gets out of there, out of Kashmir, that comes out of Kashmir. So I know as much about Kashmir as anyone else does, and of course मैं अपने पेरेंट्स से बात करता हूँ, कजिन से बात करता हूँ, फ्रेंड से बात करता हूँ जो कश्मीर में हैं। तो हाँ, कुछ ऐसी इंफॉर्मेशन पता चलती है जो मीडिया के थ्रू बाहर नहीं जाती. So as of now, things in Kashmir are really bad as far as coronavirus is concerned. मैं श्रीनगर से हूँ तो मैं श्रीनगर की बात करूंगा. वहाँ पे केसेस बहुत ज्यादा हो चुके हैं एंड अभी रिसेंटली मेरे मैटरनल अंकल की डेथ हो चुकी है 2 दिन पहले ड्यू टू कोविड एंड बिकॉज ऑफ द 2G बैन. या because of the ban, because वहाँ पे सिर्फ अभी 2G इंटरनेट चल रहा है, which is like really slow as everyone knows. I could not even attend the funeral of my uncle even like digitally through some like a WhatsApp call or a Skype call or anything. So which I had hoped to do, but Yeah, and the same thing happened like a couple of months ago when another uncle of mine passed away. So this is the least we can do, right? आप family से दूर हैं and you want to somehow connect with them in moments like these, and you can't even say like a final goodbye to them, right? So this is how it is. I mean, coronavirus has also exposed a lot of gaps in the healthcare system there. वहाँ पे they're running out of ventilators, and there's a lot of news of influx of a lot of laborers or something coming in from different parts of India. I don't know. There's a lot going on in there, but वहाँ के लोग भी अभी पूरी तरह से sorry, they're not aware of the things that are happening over there. So yeah, so it's basically that. There's a lot of information blackout happening over there right now.
When was the last time you went to Kashmir actually?
The last time I was in Kashmir was in September last year. Luckily, that was like 3rd September, I suppose. I was there for around 20 days, and thereafter I came back to Delhi. And where from I got my flight back to Germany. I was there for attending a function, basically, a wedding. So it was cut short. So yeah, because of the prevailing situation over there, because 5th August के events ताज़ा थे, and then जैसा आपको पता होगा कि like काफी time तक बहुत ही strict curfew चला कश्मीर में, which has continued till now in the form of partial partial curfews in some places, recurring events like of disturbance and violence, and then this 2G and internet ban. So that was the last time I was in Kashmir. Yeah.
So it's like, sorry. So now you are just talking about like you couldn't attend the. I'm so sorry for the loss. Like you couldn't attend the funeral of your maternal uncle because of the shutdown, and I just got to know from my friend. We were doing a Bate session with some of my friends in the Kashmir, and they just reported to me कि sorry, I'm saying reported. They just told me कि 2G की वजह से उनके क्लासेस मिस हो गई और वो कुछ बहुत सारे इश्यूज थे उनका. So कितना टाइम, मतलब कि आई डोंट नो कि इफ यू हैव बीन इन टॉकिंग टू योर पेरेंट्स, कितना आप लोगों का कनेक्शन है फोन के थ्रू या फिर स्काइप के थ्रू या फिर ये वीडियो कॉलिंग के थ्रू. आप कैसे बात करते हैं, किस तरह से आप लोग का कैसे चलता है?
गुड क्वेश्चन. तो मैं आपको थोड़ा सा बैकग्राउंड दे दूं. एज फार एज कम्युनिकेशन इज कंसर्न राइट नाउ, तो देखिए मोबाइल इंटरनेट is very restricted right now. 2G चल रहा है वहां पे, and उसकी स्पीड्स बहुत लो होती हैं, as everyone knows. And कश्मीर में there is broadband, जिसके लिए you need to have a landline connection. But the number of broadband connections in Kashmir are really low because जैसे ही like there was an introduction of 2G, 3G and 4G, so people gave up their broadband connections and the tariff plans were falling, for mobile services and everything. So broadband is actually the only internet which is working a tad bit better than other forms of mobile internet right now. And my family luckily has a broadband connection. So मुझे as such इतनी ज़्यादा दिक्कत नहीं हो रही. हाँ, the speeds are still low. They're really low. But yeah, so I'm able to communicate with them on a daily basis through WhatsApp, messaging, like text messages and video calls. The call clarity is not that good. And there are frequent disconnections as well because I presume because वहाँ पे आजकल सिर्फ broadband is the only internet working right there, these days there. So I presume there is some extra load on broadband channels. Yeah, so that's why the disconnections happen. And but the thing that I'd like to point out here is students are facing a lot, many issues in all of this. So like आपने online classes कर रखी हैं, like पूरे lockdown में you're asking students to attend their classes online. And it's really important if you want to basically control the rising number of cases. But then you have 2G internet over there. Just pay, even, the loading time for the websites are, web pages like 15 seconds or so. आप class attend कर ही नहीं सकते. You can't even see the video lectures, Like
Yeah.
आप 144p, which is the lowest resolution available for videos, आप मतलब वो भी even smoothly run नहीं होते. So students have faced these issues over there, and from a personal perspective, my brother recently had to appear for GMAT exam, which is online, right? GMAT, IELTS, TOEFL. So they had provided this, opportunity for students to basically take the exam from home. But my brother had these issues ki broadband itna slow tha, he could not take the exam. So he went to some other place. I don't know, koi commercial place. So they had a better broadband speed over there, and he took the exam from there. I mean, for taking even an exam that you could have taken from the comfort of your home, you have to go, several kilometers away from your home and take that exam and then come back. So these are the kinds of issues students are facing. And even फॉर दैट मैटर मैंने बहुत सारे अपने कुछ दोस्तों से सुना कि उनके गवर्नमेंट एग्जाम्स के फॉर्म्स भरने के लिए उन्होंने दे हैड टू गो एज फार एज बानिहाल, विच इज ऑलमोस्ट लाइक 100 और 150 किलोमीटर्स अवे फ्रॉम श्रीनगर. तो आप वहां जाते हैं और कभी कभी ट्रेन कैंसिल हो जाती है. दे रीच बानिहाल, देन दे रियलाइज कि यहाँ से आगे तो जा ही नहीं सकते, या यहाँ पे तो इंटरनेट कनेक्शन नहीं चल रहा. मतलब पीपल यूज टू क्यू when things were like really bad in Kashmir. People एकदम लाइन लग जाती थी ब्रॉडबैंड सर्विस में, जो आपके साइबर कैफेज हैं इनके बाहर, क्योंकि they had to submit a simple form. So that's how bad it was, and it still is to some extent.
So last year I was doing a documentary over this Kashmir thing.
I've seen that.
Yeah. So thank you for that. So actually क्या हुआ था कि मैंने एक कश्मीरी पंडित को इनवाइट किया था, एंड आई इनवाइटेड कश्मीरी मुस्लिम. ठीक है, तो आई गॉट पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू ऑफ बोथ ऑफ देम. सो both of them give me same point of view over 370 and 35A. ठीक है, and none of them wanted any revocation or any reappealing or anything over this 370, though both of them have different point of view over Kashmir according to them, जो कि ठीक है. I do agree and do respect
Understandable.
both of the thing. So I do not understand कि ये मतलब जब हम आप बात करते हैं एंड वी डू नो ईच अदर ओवर फेसबुक एंड ओवर एवरीवन, मतलब एवरीवेयर एल्स, and we do know ki how trollers do react over few things, and we have encountered people over Facebook and on internet. So when they ask Kashmiri Panditon ka kya, so when you are speaking all these comments कि कश्मीर में ये हो रहा है, so I presume कि आप जितने भी ये बातें बोल रहे हैं ये आप कश्मीरियों के लिए बोल रहे हैं. So फैजान मीर is speaking behalf of the Kashmir, not behalf of the Kashmiri Muslims. And
Precisely.
I am asking behalf of me. I am asking behalf of Ruchi Roy, क्योंकि मेरे को नहीं समझ में आ रहा, because I am asking as a person, क्योंकि मैं कश्मीरी नहीं हूँ, and you are speaking behalf of the Kashmir. So right now, if I were a troll, ठीक है, तो मैं आपसे पूछती कि now फैजान मीर मुझे बताइए कि what about the Kashmiri Pandit? Then what फैजान मीर will tell me? So आपका क्या आंसर होता है?
तो मेरा आंसर इज वेरी स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड. आई बिलीव दैट nothing should come in the way of justice. If it's a Kashmiri Pandit, it's a Kashmiri Muslim, and they have been wronged, उनके खिलाफ कोई नाइंसाफी हुई है, they must get justice regardless of the fact कि आपका दीन क्या, आपका धर्म क्या है, आपका रिलीजन क्या है. So and I personally मेरी generation, so I'll just give you some facts. So I was researching this once कि 1990 में when the exodus happened, so 70% of the population of Kashmir, I'm not talking about Jammu, 70% of the population of Kashmir was either not born or they were still in infancy, like they were below 12 years of age, they were still children. So you can't hold them accountable, right? So पहली बात तो ये. दूसरी बात ये कि as far as my generation is concerned, I know कि literally everyone that I know, like from Srinagar, from different parts of Kashmir, nobody celebrates the events of 1990, what happened with Kashmiri Pandits. I can not entirely speak for my parents' generation, because so Kashmiri Pandits ka jo issue hai it is always highlighted from their perspective. Kashmiri Muslims also suffered some losses at that point. But as far as the tragedy with Kashmiri Pandits is concerned, my generation is very clear on that कि उनके साथ नाइंसाफी हुई, ठीक है, एंड उनको रिहैबिलिटेट करना चाहिए. अब when this question is posed कि कश्मीरी पंडित्स का क्या, so
with
सबसे पहली
370
बात
abrogation, with the question of 370 abrogation.
with respect to 370, right?
Yeah.
Good question. सबसे पहली बात कि 370 का revocation was not really needed to basically rehabilitate Kashmiri Pandits or like give them their rights, over their homeland, right? Because अगर आपने कश्मीरी पंडित्स को rehabilitate करना है, ठीक है, you can always do that without needing to bring in a new law, because before Article 370, there was something called a state subject. So like Kashmiris, the citizens, basically the people living in J&K had something called the citizenship, state citizenship, right? तो ये कश्मीरी पंडित्स के लिए भी अवेलेबल थी. अगर आपने सेटल करना है कश्मीरी पंडित्स को, you could have still done them. You did not need to remove 370, right? Article 370. And now that they have removed 370 on the, pretext of basically rehabilitating them, I don't see that happening anywhere. I mean, all I hear is news about, like immigrants and laborers from different parts of the country being rushed in. But Kashmiri Pandits ke liye specifically, there has not been, there's nothing has been done on that front, basically. पहले भी नहीं हुआ था, अभी भी नहीं हुआ. So when they argue कि Kashmiri Pandits का क्या है, as far as 370 is concerned, it really does not make any sense. Nothing has been done. And हमने देखा भी recently news में भी आ चुका है, there are many Kashmiri Pandit groups which are actually demanding the 370 be brought back, because regardless of our political differences, as far as Kashmir issue is concerned, Kashmiris in general, Kashmiri Pandits, Kashmiri Muslims, Sikhs and other religions, they have that attachment with Kashmir, cultural, like emotional attachment, and they would they basically fear कि Article 370 के revocation से that Kashmiri culture might get diluted to some extent. And that is the reason जब when you mentioned कि आपने कश्मीरी पंडित और कश्मीरी मुस्लिम्स को 370 के बारे में उनका opinion पूछा, they had a unanimous opinion, right? So that is basically the reason. They might have different opinions as far as Kashmir issue in general is concerned, and that is understandable. But 370 के लिए they would not agree with what the trolls are saying. Definitely not. I mean, some of them did initially believe that 370 revocation is important, but now I am very sure a lot of them are regretting, all these happenings.
And I think I should come back to the main question, because I really wanted to ask कि why this government choose this day for this? I don't know what should I call this day regarding why they chose this day for the festivity, for bringing this, for making this for what Deepavali thing. Yeah, like they want to forget what they did last year or something else. Why they chose this day? Like
if I can rephrase your question, are you asking why they have basically chosen to basically have Ram Mandir and Kashmir basically commemoration of this article on the same date? I think that's how they are. It's like basically they want to have these grand celebrations like Ram Mandir ka foundation hona and Article 370 ke revocation ka commemoration on the same day. I mean, there couldn't be anything grander than that for the party which thrives on such politics, right? So I think that's the main reason. I mean, I can understand August 5th ko revocation hua tha Article 370 ka, but they could have chosen a different date for foundation, laying the foundation for Ram Mandir, right? And I'm not really concerned about the Ram Mandir politics. As a Kashmiri, I've always tried to stay aloof from whatever happens in the Indian mainland, because we already have enough problems back home, right? So yeah, I think basically this is basically the reason they chose August 5th particularly, to have Ram Mandir and this Kashmir issue coincide, because somehow somewhere I feel कि इनके जो एक इनका एक नैरेटिव है कि बेसिकली जो इनका एक कम्युनलिज्म पे जो इनका थ्राइव करता है, like if I'm allowed to say this, like am I allowed to be a bit
Like
political?
you are allowed to say anything.
Thanks for giving me this liberty. No, these days the media does not allow. They would like cut you, cut
I'm
the
not a
live in
media.
between.
I am not media. I am not a news channel. Not a news channel.
You're a very renowned person now. I mean, but yeah, thanks. So basically, इनकी politics इस चीज पे thrive करती है. So the idea of basically, remembering the subjugation of the only Muslim majority state in India, and basically, warming up to the Hindu majority which supports BJP. I'm not talking about people who are, who realize the kind of, injustice that has been perpetrated, when it comes to Ram Mandir case. So
Yeah.
the idea of basically suppressing the Kashmiri Muslims and Indian Muslims, something that, hurts Muslims as general on both fronts. तो इसको कंबाइन करके एक दिन इसको सेलिब्रेट करना, आई थिंक इफ आई वेर इन बीजेपी आई वुडंट हैव
A
thought of a
new
better
point of
day
view.
than this.
I didn't
I think that
I didn't
yes,
think that thing. I didn't think in that way. Actually, you give me a new
that's
POV.
exactly what this is. That's exactly what this is. And it's it has worked in their favor as far as Kashmir is concerned. I saw some videos, going, viral on Facebook, wherein they have some, एक या दो लोग उनके बीजेपी के there in Kashmir and Anantnag and other places headquarters, and then they are like celebrating or something, and then they're like, a lot many people would have joined us if it weren't for Corona. Trust me, nobody would have. Because nobody literally, like, I can say this 99.9% of the population of Kashmir does not support this Article 370 revocation. And if they did, right, they would not have needed to impose a strict curfew for 4th and 5th August, like yesterday and today. I mean, अगर हम इतना इस चीज को celebrate कर रहे हैं, then allow us to come out on the streets and, do some bhangra and something, right? But Kashmiris are not celebrating
Yeah.
that. That's it.
Yeah, same thing in morning that Kashmiri should get like a chance to celebrate same joyous movement with the same
Right.
Indians. Yeah, like, at least they should get a discount at the mint.
Absolutely.
At
ये तो
least
है.
in the internet, at least 4G internet
हाँ,
for a
इंटरनेट
day.
एटलीस्ट टू एक्सप्रेस आवरसेल्व्स, हाँ, ताकि हम बता सके दुनिया को, एटलीस्ट अपने मतलब भाई बहनों को जो मेनलैंड इंडिया में रह रहे हैं उनको, कि हम कितने खुश हैं इस
Okay,
डिसीजन से.
so being a Kashmiri, like I really want to know कि Mir, like how many universities in these 6 years you guys have got from center?
How many? Come again?
Uh, universities you guys have got. Central universities.
Central universities. Well, I wouldn't be the right person to comment on this because as far as I remember, जब मैं NIT में पढ़ाई कर रहा था, I think there was one central university at least. I know.
No,
In
in just
Kashmir.
6 years from when Modi came.
I don't think there have been many since then. I'm pretty sure about that. There haven't been many because Kashmir mein, I mean, Kashmiri people are like so impoverished in these respects कि even let's say कोई central university like या कोई college अगर खुल जाता है, so like people like really like to like celebrate कि central university कि एम्स बन रहा है, even though हमें एम्स भी नहीं मिला कश्मीर में, like that even went to Jammu. The IIM also went to Jammu. And I was trying to tell people कि यार IIM is a bigger deal than Central University. You have to celebrate that, not like Central University. But yeah, but still, I mean, having universities is a good thing. But during the past 6 years, मेरी knowledge में, I don't think there have been, has been any progress in that regard. Any new Central Universities opened. It's all promises basically. Kashmir में per se, in general, there hasn't been much development. And I might be wrong. Someone might correct me in the comments on the video. I might be wrong, and I'm glad. I'm more than happy to be corrected. But as far as I know, वैसा कुछ अभी मतलब हुआ नहीं पिछले 6 साल में.
Okay. So, like, if you get a chance to choose, कि, let's leave this question. मेरे से बहुत लोग पूछते हैं कि आई एम कमिंग फ्रॉम बिहार एंड आई एम माइग्रेटेड टू दिल्ली, ठीक है. सो दे से कि यार तुम तो बिहार से हो, तुमने बिहार को क्यों नहीं सुधारा, तुम क्यों चली आई बिहार से, तुम बिहार में क्यों नहीं रही. सो डू पीपल टेल यू या आस्क यू कि अरे बड़े आए बोलने वाले, तुम तो चले गए जर्मनी छोड़ के कश्मीर, तुम
हम्म.
क्यों नहीं रहे कश्मीर में, इतना दिक्कत था तो व्हाट डू यू कॉल दिस, व्हाट डू यू से टू दिस पीपल, हाउ डू यू आंसर.
Okay, yeah, good question. So, that is a question I get asked very frequently. So, uh, इस मामले में मैं ये कहना चाहूंगा कि कश्मीर में इफ यू वांट टू करेक्ट समथिंग, आप डिफरेंट एस्पेक्ट्स में करेक्शंस कर सकते हैं, इकोनॉमिकली, एजुकेशन, सोशल एस्पेक्ट्स. बट ये सब करने के लिए यू रियली नीड टू गेट इनटू द पॉलिटिक्स, राइट? And politics में there are a lot of hurdles for a person like me. I mean, I am a very objective kind of person. I will never be afraid to call a spade a spade. If something is wrong, it is wrong. ठीक है? I might even point out कि let's say if I'm a government servant and मेरे आंखों के सामने कुछ गलत हो रहा है, I will never support it. So as far as I am concerned, अगर कोई मुझसे सवाल पूछता है कि तुमने कश्मीर में रह के ये सब क्यों नहीं किया, so I feel कि if I were a part of that system, in Kashmir, the bureaucratic system and all. And for that matter, I did take exams for UPSC. I could not make it to the interview stage, but I did write the mains like twice. So, but then I realized, I mean, I had this realization before, but after the events of last year, this realization became even stronger. Okay, I do not want to be an enabler of, basically this state-sponsored repression that is happening over there. So that is why I'm not doing this. I feel like by joining the bureaucracy, even though मेरे intentions वैसे हमेशा रहेंगे कश्मीर के लिए कि तरक्की हो, कश्मीर में डेवलपमेंट हो, ये सारा अनरेस्ट खत्म हो. When you're in the government, even if you're a politician or a bureaucrat working in Kashmir, you're always subservient to the central government, right? I mean, हमने देखा कि शाह फैसल, he was a bureaucrat, right? तो उन्होंने क्या कर लिया, लाइक जितने 10 साल वो सर्विस में थे, he joined politics. उसके बाद अगस्त 5 के बाद उनकी सिचुएशन देखिए आप, ही स्टिल इन डिटेंशन, राइट? सो मेनी मिनिस्टर्स हु वर लाइक pro India, who were like really who used to castigate separatists and all. For example, let's take the example of Saifuddin Soz. आपने देखा होगा कि रिसेंटली न्यूज में उनकी फोटोज वायरल हुई कि ही वाज ट्राइंग टू स्केल द बाउंड्री वॉल ऑफ हिज हाउस जहां पे बार्ड वायर लगी थी, एंड वो पकड़ के ले गई पुलिस, वापस अंदर ले गए, एंड ही वाज शाउटिंग के लेट मी आउट, व्हाई आर यू why have you confined me within the home. तो जब उनका ये हाल हो रहा है, and I as a common man who would be working in bureaucracy, right, I can only imagine कि मेरा क्या मतलब हाल हो सकता है. And I feel के kind of कश्मीर के लिए कुछ करने के लिए मुझे बहुत हद तक अपने कॉन्शियंस को मारना पड़ेगा, and which I will never compromise on. So that is why this thought has never crossed my mind that maybe I should stay in Kashmir and do something. It is beyond redemption. Basically, Kashmir has no future as far as its political solution is not found. Ji. So no matter how good your intentions are, you sadly can't do anything for Kashmir at this stage.
I think same is with every youth. I think with me
And
also.
in India, it holds true for India. I know, but for Kashmir particularly, it is more the case actually.
Yeah, I can't even say कि I can imagine I can be in the same shoe. मतलब मेरे घर के सामने रोज आर्मी वाले नहीं घूमते हैं. I can't say
That's
the same thing. Yeah,
yeah.
मतलब I cannot imagine. So
But can I interrupt you like
yeah,
यहाँ पे? So when you said कि मेरे घर के बाहर आर्मी वाले नहीं घूमते, and I'll share something with you. So मैं दिल्ली फर्स्ट टाइम, I think it was 2008 or something, 2008 or 9 में was the first time when I went outside Kashmir to Delhi. And you won't believe कि 2009 तक I thought it was normal to have bunkers and checkpoints like every 100 meters from you, like from your house. I really thought it was a norm. मैं दिल्ली आया and then I realized कि यार यहाँ पे तो like there is no CRPF, no people dressed in army fatigues. There's just police, traffic police, and normal police भी कभी-कभी दिखती है. And I realized कि the life I've lived for like 20 years is not the normal. Right? This is the normal life that people are living. So that was basically a realization. So yeah, so that's the point I was trying to make.
And I think that 90% people in the Kashmir are living through, I think. 90% is still high, and I think 95, 97% youth going through
You
the same, like you
through
are,
the same.
you,
Yeah,
like,
I'm
we
among the few
believe in the
privileged ones,
same.
actually.
Yeah.
I'm among the very few privileged ones who have, who get this opportunity to study abroad. Because, so yeah, it's really bad for most Kashmiris. Like, I consider myself really lucky that I got out of the situation that I'm able to like make a living here in Germany, make a future for myself here. But most of the Kashmiris are not really that lucky. Uh, like everyone has, been affected in one way or the other. Through this conflict. The past so many years now, 80 years since 1947. It does not start from 1990, but yeah,
You
the trolls
told
like to
you
claim this.
have shared like few stories with me. I know. I was like it's very overwhelming for like people. It's I don't know. I don't know how to express things when trollers troll people on internet without knowing things like Kashmiri Panditov का क्या, उनका क्या, what about that, what about this, without knowing
Hmm.
anything, and they're like, I mean, this is very overwhelming, and there's nothing we can do about that except like
Absolutely.
blocking them. We don't know.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you have a lot of people on your block list because I know you for a fact always like to speak truth to power and you're not afraid to call a spade a spade. You do that.
Thank you so much, Mir, for joining me.
Yeah.
Actually,
The pleasure is all mine, actually. I mean, I am really thankful to you to have given me this opportunity to speak about a topic, an issue which is like really close to my heart, and about this memory which will probably remain etched, in our minds, in the minds of all Kashmiris for the rest of our lives. So, so yeah, it was really. I'm really glad that you gave me this opportunity. I thank you as a friend, and as a Kashmiri. So yeah.
एक आगाज, it's your story.